Oh, hope that sneeze didn't get into this video. Oh, sorry for the gross noises, but whatever. Okay, 13. We want to write an expression for the area and perimeter for the figure shown below. I want you to know that for this problem, we've actually never done a problem like this in class before, but that does not mean that you're not capable of solving this problem. In fact, I think we might have done this problem earlier on in chapter 4, and I'll cut to the chase on how to do it. So let's do perimeter first. We want perimeter, which is going to be this part plus the green part. Okay, so how much is the green part? Well, the green part is going to be an x minus 1, but it also has to be all the way to the bottom, which is going to be x minus 3. And so let's just add up all the lengths here. And actually, I'm going to erase something and show you something pretty cool here. The reason I know that this is going to be x minus 1 and x minus 3 is because this line starts at the top and then goes to the bottom, and it covers this x minus 3 part. So this green line is going to be, as we said before, x minus 1 plus x minus 3. And if I combine like terms here, I get 2 x's, and I get minus 1 and minus 3, which is minus 4 total. So the green line is 2x minus 4 total. Now for the blue line is going to be a few things. It's going to be an x plus 1 and an x plus 4. Okay, so the blue line will be an x plus 1 plus x plus 4. And again, if I add everything up here, add up the x's, I get 2x. Add up the numbers, and I get 5, plus 5. So to get the perimeter here, let's add everything up then. So I'm going to have the blue side, which is 2x plus 5, plus the green side, which is going to be 2x minus 4, plus this side. I'm just going to go around in this direction. So remember, perimeter is just the border. So now let's add up this plus x plus 4. Let's go and add up this x minus 3 plus x minus 3. Let's go and add this x plus 1. And then let's finally go and add our last part, which is going to be this part, which is x minus 1. Okay, and let's just add everything up. Let's add all the x's together. So we have 2x and a 2x and an x and an x and an x and an x. Okay, 2x plus is 4x, 5x, 6x, 7x, 8x. So this is 8x. Now let's do numbers. We have plus 5 and minus 4. So we have 5 minus 4, which is 1. And then we have a plus 4, which is 5. Then we have a minus 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. And I don't really like that I'm doing it like this, so I'm just going to change it slightly just to make it clear. Alright, and then I did 1 plus 4, which is 5. And I did 5 minus 3, which is 2. Then I have to do 2 plus 1, which is 3. And 3 plus 1, which is 4. Okay, a positive 4, so I get 8x plus 4. That's my perimeter. I wrote an 8 for some reason. I don't know why. There you go. 8x plus 4 is your final answer here for your perimeter. Now, there was a shortcut to it. And I'll leave you to see if you can figure out what that shortcut was, but this is definitely one way of solving the problem, one that hopefully you can understand. Actually, I'll write down the shortcut in case you're curious. The shortcut would have been 2 times 2x plus 5 plus 2 times 2x minus 4. This is definitely the easy way of going about it. I'm just checking something here because now it looks like I have a wrong answer. So let me check. And I see what I did wrong here. I thought that this said x plus 1, but this was a minus 1. So let me just go back here and make sure I have it right. So I have a 5 minus 4, which is 1, plus 4 is 5, and minus 3 is 2, plus 1 is 3, minus 1 is 2. So this should be 8x plus 2, not 8x plus 4. 8x plus 2. That looks better. Okay, now for the area. Now the area we could do in a couple different ways. Yeah, I'll do it this way. I'm going to clear off a lot of the markings here, so that way we can kind of have a nice clean picture. If you like the markings, you can rewind the video. You can backtrack the video so that way you can see it. This part on top is still 2x plus 5. This part on the side is still 2x minus 4. And it really depends on how you see it. There's a lot of different ways you could go about solving this. I'm just going to show you one way. And again, if you have a different way of solving it, you're welcome to check with your teacher to see if your way works. Or just check the answer. So I see this rectangle. And again, I'm doing the area portion. I also see this green rectangle. And if I add those two pieces up, I'm going to be able to get my answer. So let's add them up. And let's multiply them. So this black box, and again, I'm doing area right now. This black box is going to be an area of 2x plus 5, that's the base, times the height, which is x minus 1. Thankfully, I know how to do that problem. So I'm going to go and do that right now. 2x plus 5 times x minus 1 is going to be with these two. I get 2x squared. And then I get a minus 2x plus 5x, which is going to be plus 3x. And then I get a minus 5. Okay, that's my first area. My second area is going to be, now I don't really need this 2x minus 4 anymore, because I'm not talking about the entire length. I'm just talking about this green part. And this green part is going to be x minus 3 times x plus 4. So I need a height of x minus 3 times x plus 4. And I'll label here, this was my height times base. And if I multiply these together, I get x squared. And then I get plus 4x and a minus 3x, which is going to be plus 1x, or just plus x. And then finally, I get a minus 3 times 4, which is minus 12. Now, to get the area of the whole part, I have to add up these areas together. So I'm going to add these up. Then we're going to get 2x squared plus x squared is 3x squared. I have a 3x plus an x, which is a plus 4x, and a minus 5 and a minus 12, which is a minus 17. So I basically added everything down to get a final answer of 3x squared plus 4x minus 17. Kind of a longer problem. And then for the grand finale, number 14. I love number 14. We need to find all the solutions. Now, how many solutions should there be? Great question. 3. We always go to the biggest degree. We need 3 total answers. We need x equals 3 times, and that is going to be our answer. Okay? So what can we do here? Well, I'm going to rewrite the problem. I'm going to see if grouping is going to help here. Okay, plus 49x minus 245. Now, I'm not at school, so I don't have access to the my graphing calculator, but let's try grouping here and see what happens here. If I take a GCF out here, that's x squared. Take 2 x's away from 3 x's, and that's 1x. Take 2 x's away from the minus 5x squared, and that's a minus 5. And I'm going to guess, I could be wrong, I think 49 is the GCF. And I really hope I'm right on that one. Plus 49. I believe it's x minus 5. Let me just do some side work here because I don't actually have a calculator in front of me, so I'm doing this in my head. 420. Yep, okay, I'm good. Excellent. That is perfect. Okay, so now I have the same here, which is what I want. Samesies. Okay, let's go on and get this part then. So we have x squared plus 49. Those were the outside parts. And then I have one inside part, which is going to be x minus 5. Now, notice that this is equal to 0. So because this is equal to 0, I have to set each factor equals 0 to solve for x. So I'll set the red factor equals 0 and solve for x, which means x equals 5. So that's one solution. And then I'm going to set x squared plus 49 equals 0 and solve for x. So subtract the 49. Now x squared equals negative 49. Take a square root of both sides. The square root of negative 49, this was from chapter 3. The square root of 49 is 7. The square root of a negative is I. And when we do the square roots, we get a plus and minus. So a second answer is going to be x equals 7i. A third answer is going to be x equals negative 7i. And that's it. Those are your answers. Thank you for watching, and I really hope that these videos helped you with this review.